young world. So there's been a situation, and I'm calling it, I'm saying a YouTuber, you know what I'm saying, because I don't really know much about the dude. Apparently he's like a dude in Brooklyn, you know what I'm saying? But all the information I'm getting and seeing is from YouTube. And apparently from what I hear, you know what I'm saying, they're talking about, the assumption is at least that this is some YouTube beef that started from some YouTube stuff. Allegedly this dude Al Compa is like a blood or something, you know what I'm saying? And I was just saying like a couple of weeks ago talking about YouTube beef, I was like, out of all this YouTube beef that be going on, we have never yet seen the Joker wear a body bag yet. Out of all this back and forth that's been going on, all this YouTube beef, we ain't seen nobody come out here and get bodied. And now it has happened. Somebody has got bodied. And like I said, this is allegedly this is some YouTube beef. I ain't saying that's what it's definitely from. I see somebody comment, I can't see it from here, but shout out to whoever that is. I don't know no inside information. I'm not involved or wrapped up in this, so I'm only repeating what I see on YouTube. Allegedly, there's some YouTube beef, and there's like a set of people that this dude was going back and forth with. I ain't gonna say their name. Like this ain't like some celebrity. If this is like a celebrity situation, I would, you know what I'm saying, say whatever. But this is like some real street stuff. So I ain't saying no name besides the person that got killed. He got shot in the face in Brooklyn last and passed. YouTubers are being questioned. Anybody that he was going back and forth with on YouTube, one person in particular has been questioned already. This is some. These are some real street. These jokers. Some of these people that's in the situation. Some of these jokers is like 5 minutes away from the streets. These ain't no people that's. You know what I mean? I ain't got time. I'm not gonna sit there and say nobody's name because this is like too close to home as far as like some street stuff. Meaning like not nothing to do with me. I'm just saying as far as like because they talking about they now. YouTuber in particular was already questioned about this murder. You know what I'm saying? And this is why y'all jokers got to be careful out here. All this YouTube beef and stuff going back and forth. It just take a real situation to happen. Now the police gonna be all up in your business. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to whoever's commenting. I can't see from here. Shout out to whoever y'all are. But this is what I'm saying, man. They're saying that somebody close to them set him up, and this is in Brooklyn, in Crown Heights in Brooklyn. They're saying somebody set him up. Going back and looking at a couple of the videos with this dude that he's involved in, I mean, in particular, I just seen where he was actually threatening to shoot somebody in their face. This video is from like a year ago. I seen him just threaten somebody talking about, I'll shoot you in your mother effing face. You know what I'm saying? And that's what happened to him. He just got shot in the face, they said. That's how he got killed, got shot in his face. And like I said, man, this is where YouTube beef goes wrong. I'm not here to like criticize and make fun of the situation. None of that. I'm not here to do none of that. I'm just like looking at the situation and talking about it. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, shout out to whoever's commenting. I can't see it from here. But they're saying this dude was going back with a lot of people. And like I said, the one person in particular, I ain't gonna say his name, but they said he already has been questioned by the detectives already. So imagine, you know what I'm saying, everybody on YouTube beefing, somebody actually gets killed like somebody finally just really did. And now you get wrapped up into a homicide investigation because you was on YouTube beefing back and forth with a joker. That's insane, man. Like, we could sit there and say that YouTube has finally really become the streets, man. Like, I don't know if this is the actual very first time a YouTuber got killed, but it's the first one I've seen like this, you know what I'm saying? Who was in a mix of these certain group of people. Like, a lot of people have been, there's like a certain, I'm not saying a group in particular, like calling anybody out. I'm just saying there's like a certain segment of like people that, if you know these channels that, you know what I mean? Like, you see them always at some point going back and forth beefing. They be beefing, then they be making up, then they beef, then they squash it, then they beef against like the same thing, same old story been going on for years, you know what I mean? Just the same old stuff. But now this time the only difference is now a joker actually is wearing a body bag because they went and gunned him down. And like I said, I don't got no inside information. I know I probably feel like I'm repeating what I keep saying, but They just saying that from what the videos I'm seeing is that this is definitely from some some YouTube stuff. You know what I mean? So this is what I'm about to do with my Saturday night. Look at this. This is what I'm about to do. See what I'm saying? See that? That's this is my definition of partying nowadays. This is how I party. You know what I mean? This is what I be doing. That's a party to me. A warm batch of crumble goddamn cookies. You know what I'm saying? I don't got time for this street stuff. I don't got time to be out here in the mix of all this stuff, man. Been there and done that. Luckily they have made it through, and I'm only saying lucky because you didn't make it through until you're dead. And mean what I mean by that is until you die the way you want to die, and if you have a good, healthy, philosopher's life, that's the only way you can say you made it. But until then, once you've been involved in the streets in the worst type of way, your life is always in danger, whether it's by some gangsters from back in the day or by the police that want to be in your business. Your life is always, and you're never off the line. You know what I'm saying? That's the moral to the story. You're never off the hook once you're involved in the streets, and when you're really involved in the streets the worst way. You're never off the hook. You never can really rest again in your life. Especially on YouTube. You went out here and said something on YouTube, you think of Joker's world, because this is the thing about when you get caught up in some real beef. I can tell you this firsthand. This is what happens when you really have real beef. The world gets very small. When you have real beef, especially if you got beef with a lot of people, the world becomes very, very, very small. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing that a lot of people don't realize about this beef stuff and this street stuff. When stuff gets real, the world shrinks. Your world becomes very, very little. If you here right now, you look at the world, you ain't got no problems, you ain't caught up in no bullshit. You look at the beaches, you look on TV, you can go to a vacation, you see how big the world is. But Joker, I guarantee you, when you get caught up in some real street stuff, the world becomes very, very small. I'm telling you. If you got beef with the police, of course the world becomes super small because they got the technology to track you down no matter. And if you're beefing with some dudes in the street, especially if you beef with like an organization who got ties from state to state and all this type of stuff, and nowadays with social media, trust when I tell you, man, your world shrinks when you get caught up in these type of situations. You don't want that in your life, man. Let me look at this real quick while I got a second. Well, Brown's Runner, shout out to you. Pretty and Cold Rose, shout out to you. Kimberly Frazier, shout out to you. I can't read what y'all are saying because it's like super small. This new YouTube, the new update is like super. I gotta adjust it or something because these settings are super small. The text, maybe my ass is just getting older. You know what I'm saying? I can't see as good, but yeah, I can't see no more. But that's the story, man. Dude named Al Compa in Brooklyn shot him in his face. They said he passed away. Like I said, there's other YouTubers that if you are subscribed to a certain segment of YouTube, you would know who I'm talking about. These certain names that are being thrown around. Like I said, the one main dude in particular, they said the police already had came to him and questioned him already. This is what I mean, man. Get away from all this nonsense, man. Like, stay away. Like I said, let me show this again in case you didn't see. This is my definition of partying nowadays in my life. See this? That's a party to me. You know what I'm saying? A batch of motherfucking crumble cookies, goddamn it. Take these home, put them in a cold cup of milk, some warm cookies in a cold cup of goddamn milk, and you'll have a fucking blast all night. I ain't got time to be up at somebody's club getting shot nowadays and all that goofy shit, man. Who got time for all that? You know what I mean? Get me a warm batch of motherfucking cookies and some cold milk, and I'm good for the night. Stay out the way. It's crazy out here, man. But that's about it, man. And shout out to everybody that came through. Stay out the way. Stay out of this mix of this beef and this drama, man. Like I said, I'm not here to try to clown nobody or not making fun of the situation or none of that, man. It's all unfortunate. Any way you slice it is unfortunate. You know what I'm saying? I'm just here to say that a person like me who done been through all this stuff years ago and been past it for as much as I could possibly be past it. You know what I'm saying? Because like I just said a minute ago, once you're involved in the street, the thing that people don't tell you about being caught up in the streets is that you never can really leave the street. Because just because you might have left and got yourself, you might wake up 30 something years old, think you got yourself together, you moved on, moved away, went to a different area or something like that. You still might just by accident run into a joker from back in the day from the streets, or somebody's family or cousin you did something to. Anything. Somebody could see you at goddamn Costco, Walmart, Burger King. You know what I'm saying? You sitting there eating a goddamn chicken sandwich, thinking every life is all good, and a joker just sees you from back in the day that you totally forgot about. Walk up to you and blow your goddamn brain out. That's just what the streets bring, man. Like, so it's like, is it worth it? None of this stuff is worth it, man. It's just a bunch of nonsense, for real, for real. A bunch of nonsense and a bunch of just, I don't know, man. But the life some people live, and I don't understand how do people still, in this day and age, brag about I'm outside, I'm on the block, like the stuff I did as a teenager in 20s. I couldn't even imagine being out on somebody's block no more, standing there with a pack in my pocket and a gun. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all got to get it together, man. Y'all got to know better and better. That's the bottom line. You got to know better and goddamn it, do better, man. Cause this is not what it is, man. I promise you that. This shit is definitely not what it is, man. And that's about it, man. So keep your asses out the way. Stay in the house. And figure it out, man. Because this YouTube beef, and I just got done saying, like a couple weeks ago, I made a video. I just got done saying, I was like, all these jokers who were beefing on YouTube all this time, you ain't never seen nobody get bodied yet. I just got done saying this about 2-3 weeks ago. You know what I'm saying? And here it goes. Somebody finally got bodied on some YouTube beef. Allegedly, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I don't know. That's what the word on YouTube. I say the YouTube, because you can say the streets, but everybody in the streets is on YouTube now anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, some of these jokers is 10 minutes off the street. And it's crazy out here, man. But that's the situation, man. That's what it is. Hood TMZ podcast, shout out to you, salute. Blaze Runner again, shout out to you. Kinda Knows, shout out to you. More Up High. Calibre Reloaded, shout out to you and everybody else, like I said from earlier, man. The thing about this is another thing about YouTube, man. Like, it's no new information, but it's so crazy how YouTube has come down on all the black content creators. Like, when I first got on YouTube, I ain't gonna go into that whole long story and stuff, but when I first got on YouTube, man, my first channel, before all this shadow ban and stuff came in, before all this rules and regulations, trust what I tell you, we the ones that got YouTube popping, yo. Like, for real, for real. I ain't gonna say there's not a whole other world of content and then like a whole group of people that don't watch no kind of black content. Of course, there's a whole different segment going on, but a lot of black content creators, man, we got a lot of this stuff popping on YouTube. Now they come through years later and try to shut everybody down. It's really some BS, man, for real, man. Like I said, you won't know if you wasn't here before, but I can tell you from having an older channel, if you had a certain amount of subscribers, people mess with you, you can go on here, do your videos and eat. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was nothing. You go on here, put your content up, your people see it. Now they got so many roadblocks up and everything, trying to block us off. Any black content creators, like, they acting like people ain't got their own goddamn mind. Like, if you put, first of all, in the video that is not video for content for kids, then goddamn it, why should we be blamed if somebody come on here and click? We not promoting it to kids and stuff like that. This is YouTube. This ain't goddamn CNN. You know what I'm saying? I think it was a Brick Boy saying, I was saying the same thing. Like, they act like people ain't got their own free will and mindset to not watch what they want to watch. If you go on YouTube and you see a video that's titled like this video right here, I'm talking about YouTuber gets hit. If you're not into that kind of content, you just don't click on it. You know what I'm saying? But of course, YouTube got to call themselves taking extra precautions. Really, this is some racist algorithm stuff. I broke down the algorithm thing before about how they can get away with a lot of racism with these algorithms, man, because this algorithm ain't got to answer to nobody. They program it how they program it. Now they can say, oh, the algorithm is doing whatever it's doing. You know what I'm saying? Even with the conspiracy stuff. And I still will always keep saying, I believe I was the first black content creator that will come on here and talk about some conspiracy stuff and show my face. I'm standing on that, but I think I'm the first one. You know what I'm saying? Because when I first came on talking about all the hip, I ain't gonna get on and all that. All the point I'm trying to make is that even with the conspiracy stuff, we was on here talking all this cloning, all this stuff way back in the day. Next thing you know, they took a lot of our channels off, deleted a lot of our channels, and then on Netflix come out with TV shows like Stranger Things and all that. You know what I'm saying? All this stuff taking words right out of our mouths. You know what I'm saying? And shut us down. It's a messed up game, and I ain't feel like even going down this road or whatever. But I just said all that to say this, man. Is not right how YouTube is so hard on the black content creators, even the street stuff, even stuff I'm not saying I'm not even into, like all the ghetto, the gang. I'm not into none of that. But at the end of the day, it's YouTube. You know what I'm saying? This ain't CNN. This ain't regulated TV. This is what YouTube is for. You know what I'm saying? You come on here and say what you want, do the things you want to do. That's what it's supposed to be about. So all this regulating and stuff like that, man, it don't make no goddamn sense, man. Because I be seeing a lot of white people on here saying doing a lot of crazy stuff and getting, you know what I'm saying, way more views than black content creators get. And it's just some bullshit, man. That's all I say, man. But shout out to everybody that came through. That's about it, man. Keep your ass out the streets and out of the way. But there's nonsense and this bullshit, man. Believe what I tell you, this shit is not worth it. It's fun until this shit ain't fun. It's all fun and games until this shit gets real. Then this shit is super not fun. I guarantee you that. I can't turn this shit off.